Christmas Eve. Wow. 5 hours. 4.5 hours, isn't it? On Christmas Day. Hope everyone's okay. And everyone survived this far, which is good. Well, as far as I'm aware. If you have relapsed, then it's part of the game. It's one of those things. And just be aware that every time you go back on the drink, it's going to get worse. And really, we're just here for general chat, see how people are, and make sure everyone's okay. And the new year is just around the corner. And let's focus on that. And stay away from what I would call tonight's video, which I did, was the fantasy of Christmas. And overall, with drinking, the fantasy versus reality. Because it is a fantasy, that you can drink normally, but you just can't. You are functioning, but you're controlled by the drink. That's right. I was functioning, but I was still controlled. What's on here? And once it controls you, then you can't get away from that. It's very difficult to move from that. It's not easy, but you can get sober if you really push it. And you've got to have a strong will to do that. Diamond, how you doing? I'm not going to drink because my organs pull out, fellas. Yeah, well, you've got to look out for yourself. Hi, Samara. Hope you're well. Chris, how you doing? Chris, good evening, Stephen. All Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much. Jump Duck, hello, mate. Even Steve, how are we? Presents all wrapped? Yeah, I actually got bags. You know them bags you buy? It's much better than wrapping stuff and losing the sellotape all over your body. Just buy your bag. It looks far better. Buy your bag, stick a bow on, you're done. All that, carry on. Wrapping presents with scissors, sellotape, glue, tape, other types of tape. It's just a nightmare. Buy a bag or buy a load of bags. Hiya, Kathy. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. Hiya, Thresher555. How are you doing? That's, I used to know a bloke called Derek Thresher. Jumping Jack. Yes, mate, I agree. Currently attempting to wrap here and hating it. Don't wrap, just put them in the bag. Load of tosh. Too late to pop out now for bags. I've got bin bags. Great. Yeah, bin bags. It's even better if you've got a lot of stuff. Kids will just rip it open anyway. And adults just don't like wrapping, just put it straight in the bin. So basically, do the easiest thing possible. The main thing is keep off the booze. Christmas Eve can be a bit of a funny time. But not funny time. The build up to Christmas, really. On Christmas Day, people get a bit bored. There's nothing open. The shops aren't open, so they go mad on Boxing Day, don't they? That's all one of the shops. When the weather's a bit naff and it's a bit grey and a bit dark, then people will hit the bottle. Then people will hit the bottle emotionally as well. Christmas comes around. Hi, Neil. Hope you're well. But let's be happy and healthy and focus on 2026 because, like I said, it is around the corner now. I'll go back to 2023 and somebody said, "Oh, we're going to do this 2026." I'm thinking, what? It's 2026 in a few days, isn't it? The years fly over, the months fly over. And unless you watch your health, then your health will fly over, unfortunately. So you've got to look after yourself and keep yourself strong. Gareth, hey Stephen, gang, happy Christmas from Dublin. It's not going to be easy for me, but I'm staying sober for Christmas. Thanks to everyone on the channel. That's brilliant. Right, just focus on that. Focus on two things. Well, I focus on how ill I was. I don't want to go back to that. And also focus on the fact that I am sober and enjoy my life as well. Thank you so much, Christopher. Super chat. That's fantastic. I'm delighted to say my dad is doing much better and is home for Christmas. Fantastic. Good news, Christopher. And thanks for the donation support there. And anyone wants to support the channel, please do. Chris has been on the channel for a long time and I've had a lot of chats. Nice to see you still here. A lot of people on here have been with me for a lot of months now, and it's good support and it's brilliant. It's nice to see that we all help each other. I think everyone gets something out of these chats. I know we sometimes go over the same ground, but it's important to reinforce this. The first drink you pick up is the most dangerous, and that's what's going to get into a lot of trouble and possibly be your last. Because it's never just one, is it? Hayward, how are you doing? Alcohol-free Yuletide cheer. See everybody in the Big Life Holiday House D-chat. Howdy from ETN. Nice to see you. Yes, it's Christmas Eve. I never thought I'd be doing this on Christmas Eve. few years ago, I didn't think I'd be alive another day. There's no looking forward. Hello, Joe. How are you doing? There was no looking forward to the future when I was drinking. It was complete and utter nonsense. And it was basically a question of trying to survive day by day when I was getting sober. But once I was sober for a while, got a bit more strength back. It was a lot easier. Samara Richard Bruce is Rick. Sorry, Rick, you've been banned from the channel. Just returning the compliment. Tosh Alexandrov, good evening, all. Steve, hope everyone is having a blessed and peaceful Christmas, even tomorrow, Christmas Day, birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. Thanks, Tosh. Yeah, it reminds you of what it's all about, doesn't it? Thanks, Sub. Yeah, brilliant, Christopher. Anybody wants to support the channel, please do. You got the super chat button and the buy me a coffee thing there. We've had a bit of support recently, which is good. Keeps the channel moving along. Keeps getting stronger. And if you have got any friends, acquaintances, family that you want to spread the word to, get them on here, because there's a lot of clever people, a lot of experienced people here who've been through the mill with alcohol and need to be, their knowledge can be used widely, because people have been in the worst state than I was. I was in a bad state. Someone has been in a bad state. A lot of us have been in bad states with us, just about functioning but controlled. And if we can pass on our wisdom and knowledge to other people to get them off the booze and keep them off the booze and keep them healthy and alive, then it's a bonus, isn't it? Jump in, Jack. Not to distract conversations away from alcohol. Are you at home tomorrow cooking? I'll probably nip up and see a couple of people tomorrow, and then I'll see my fiance in the afternoon. So I'll not be doing a lot of cooking. Christmas is just another day, really, isn't it? Well, now we're adults, to be fair. And I worked quite a lot when I was in the police. My dad used to be a policeman as well. He worked a lot with Christmases. Like I say, it's not really. I'm quite a busy person now, so it's like Christmas is Christmas. And if you're used to working them, there's a few of us all here who've been shift workers and military and all that sort of thing, and it's not a big deal. But thanks for that, Jumpin, Jack. Joe's good. So let him talk. Come, we see how drunk he is. Jumpin Jack, Joe's here. What a legend. Love your vids, mate, pal. Thanks so much, Jumpin Jack. I hope we keep everybody sober. Go to the new year stronger. I don't know what people have got planned for next year, but it's nice to have a bit of space in your life to plan things. Why not have a future? Why not have an ambition again? Because you can get that back. You can get your personality back for starting. You get a lot of confidence back. Just get cheers, Jumpin Jack. Part 4 coming soon. Not that I'm here to plug my own rug. You can't live a good life when you're drinking. I put a little video today about relationships as well. You don't have a good relationship with anybody if you're drinking. I'm not talking about romantic relationships. I'm about friendships as well. The only people are people who are going to mum drinks off you. They're the only ones who like you. Hi, Samantha. Nice to see you again. A few hours ago, but never mind. I'm just chatting tonight about general things, especially Christmas Eve, emotions, and the way our lives can change very quickly. When you get sober, you can find peace, love, romance, travel, even a bit of money. Because I spent so much money years ago and so much time recovering that, as I said earlier, you're functioning, but you're controlled by alcohol, which is a problem because it controls every aspect of your life. And it's a bit of a nightmare, to be honest, the whole thing. I was living in constant withdrawal at one point. For many years, I think, I was just under the weather. Flus, coughs, colds, feeling tired, drained, lack of energy. In the end, losing a lot of weight, which probably my partner wants me to do a little bit more. But I was ill, became ill with it. Anxiety level was so high, I couldn't turn on public transport, I couldn't fly anywhere, I couldn't really live properly, if that makes sense. And I'm sure a few of you have been in the same situation, where the mental side of it becomes worse than the physical side, really. And once you lose your mind on that, and you get in this vicious cycle of, you have hair of the dog at first, and you start a daily drinking. You drink at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you need another one at 11, and you need another one at 2, and so on. You get in such a bad state that you self-medicate with alcohol. And that's really dangerous when you get to that level, because you just, as I said, self-medicating, taking more and more booze on. You get less and less food and nutrients, less and less water. Really, you dehydrate, you become deconditioned, and you become a shot of your former self. To be fair, Scarlett, Christmas Day here in Australia. Thank you for your support. That'd be nice in Australia, but the weather's good there. It's to be fair, the winter hasn't been too bad here. Still dark and a bit miserable, but that will pass and it'll soon get lighter, and everyone will be looking forward to a bit of summer, a bit of sunshine. Blue skies, the thing, isn't it? I've been away quite a bit this year with my partner, and it's just so nice to get a bit of blue sky, a bit of warmth, and not feel cold all the time, you know. There's none of the rat people being on tonight, which is quite interesting, isn't it? I don't know where they've gone. Must have just sunk somewhere. Thresher, my mother made excuses for not coming down tomorrow, as we are an alcohol-free house now. Amazing how you see people clearly when you're not drinking. Our lives revolve around it. Wow. So she's not coming to your house because she can't get a drink. That's a bit strange, isn't it? Well, you know, you should always bring her own. Unless you've got problems with that, you know, when other people drink. If somebody else wants to drink, it's not a problem for me. But I'll get where you're coming from. When you get sober, a lot of people will just disappear. You grow out with them. The conversation becomes dull. They don't see you in the same light, and you don't see them in the same light. You feel quite uncomfortable in their presence, actually, and vice versa. Really. Joe, he's good. He's a good. Ebenezer's good. The Ghost of Christmas Past, when Rick freaked out on Molly and told his own parents to shut the fuck up on Christmas morning. I don't know what that's about. However, I don't know if Joe's good is either. Number one thing, every day, sober needs to be a priority, because if it isn't, everything else is going to fall by the wayside. You work, your finances, your relationships, and most importantly, your health. Because if you haven't got your health, you've got nothing, have you? You must prioritize your health now, or even if you're old or younger, it doesn't matter when. It's never too late to stop drinking. It's never too late to get healthy. Once you lose the will to drink and you enjoy being sober, then you will actually do more in your life. Jumping Jack, thanks so much for this massive super chat. Thank you. Happy to send another super chat. Considers less than 2 pints. Have a pack of Guinness Zero for me. Appreciate it, mate. Thanks so much, Jumping Jack. It's really, really good of you. And appreciate that. Appreciate all the support we get. It helps the channel keep at the top level, and will make a lot of difference, I think, to people's lives. And it's nice to get the odd message where people say, look, I've been sober for 2 years, 2 months, 2 days, because of the channel, because of the people on here, and we're here to help. All of us as a group are here to help, to be fair. And that's great, Jumping Jack, and everybody else who's actually here and supporting. Joe, sorry, Steve, but some people will get my reference, I think. Okay, Joe. So yeah, health is your priority. When you become sober, you tend to look after yourself more, because you maybe lose something, which is the pub, and you come back with something which is a lot more positive. You know, you eat better food. You'll have more rest. Hopefully, you'll be at peace with yourself a little bit more. You can relax with alcohol. Another thing which I brought up a couple of times this week is, my partner often mentions this to me. I eat quite late, but when I used to drink, and when most people drink, they drink in the evening. So they come home from work. Maybe you had a hard day at work. Every day at work's a hard day, isn't it? If you don't like your job. I love mine, but some people don't. You get home, you have a couple of drinks. When you're supposed to be resting, you go to bed, because you've got to get up reasonably early these days to get to work, haven't you? Then your body's working overtime to process all of the alcohol, so you never actually get any rest. You think you do, and that's why you wake up in the morning rough. Even 1 or 2 drinks will impact your day, because you'll feel a bit more tired, a bit more irritable. You'll be chasing your tail all day. Hot Penny, hello, those of us who are able, let's bless you. Thanks very much, Hot Penny. Appreciate that. Sam, even Steve, and all in the chat. Thank you, Sam. Hope you're well. And I hope that everyone is having a great Christmas. Wow, somebody just bought 3 coffees. Thanks so much for that. That's incredible. And we've had quite a good few months in here now, and I wish everybody the best. The ghost of wife of hello Steve, it's me. I came back from the dead after I heard how you called my husband a prick some time ago. Oh God, let's get rid of this. Sub, can you get rid of this ghost of whatever it is? Another wanker. Joe, I used to eat. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Submariner. Just good. I used to eat 3 chocolate sausages and told myself I was full up, more room for a drink. Yeah, that was me. My dad died 4 years ago. He used to say to me, "You fill yourself up with drink." That was when I was a youngster, and you don't eat properly. That's the problem. So, well, yes, we should share a thought for those who are drinking to oblivion on their own at Christmas. Definitely, yeah. It's a bad time for people who are still drinking. It was a bad time for me for 5 years when I was drinking through that period of 2014, 2019. Christmas was a very lonely place. Even though sometimes with my parents and with my daughter, in my head I was lonely. I felt trapped. I felt traumatized really by it all. And I felt that I was never going to get well again. So for me, every day is a good day now. We all have our problems, but when we're sober, we can deal with them, and we deal with them well because you have a more stable life, um, much more stable life. Do you know what at least I can do, Steve? All I'm sure people on here have far worse rock bottoms, but I will be 19 months sober tomorrow after finding this channel. When I was bedridden, alcoholism, all the best. Yeah, that was like me jumping jacks. It's incredibly bad for you, isn't it? Hi, Samantha. It's bad. It's bad for your system. It's bad for your overall health, and it can bring you down so quickly. Something what I talk about in the videos quite a lot now. When you are relapsing, maybe the second or third time, it gets worse every time, and you go from being semi all right to being, like you say, bedridden just about. Yeah, congratulations, Jump Jack. So you know when things are bad when you only get a Christmas card off the off license in the Indian restaurant. Yeah, isn't that? I haven't had a Christmas card from Indian for years now. Samantha, well done, Jump Jack. Thanks, Samantha, for that. Yeah, it's amazing. 19 months sober, cracking. It took me a couple of years and add on to that, Build on your sobriety is the thing. Build on your health and your wealth, and it'll all come. It might take time. Things take a little bit of time, and something I talk about Partners Day about consistency with everything will get you there, no matter what it is. Be consistent, and focus on it. And sobriety must be a priority. It's strange that sobriety, yeah. Christmas cards off the off license and the restaurant takeaway, Indian restaurants. Always Indian, isn't it? You never got one from the Chinese. Scott, Steve, the weather at the Sunshine Coast is very humid and hot. I can't imagine a white, cold Christmas, but I think I'd love it. Strange enough, it's not. There are not any white Christmases anymore. It's sort of mediocre weather. I used to like the white Christmases years ago. Not when it melts and gets slushy, mind. Thresher, enjoy the free coffees. Thanks so much, Thresher, for those coffees. Appreciate that. I'm reading Alcohol Lied to Me by Craig Beck. I've heard of Craig Beck. Very good perspective on the booze and behaviour when I'm between drinking binges. Yeah, we need to pull ourselves and rein ourselves in and get rid of the booze, don't we? Because every day we get older, every day a little bit of you will die. It massively impacts your brain as well. Something a lot of people don't think about, How many brain cells die off, even just with 1 or 2 drinks. Hiya, Pixel, and thanks very much for the donation last night and the super chats that are coming in. Hope you're well, Mr. Fantastic-ish. As Merry Christmas. Enjoy, everyone, for tomorrow. Think how much more we can enjoy it, waking up refreshed and being able to enjoy your day. As opposed to feeling poleaxed by midday watching Grease 2. Oh, no. It's terrible, isn't it? The things we used to do. I just think that, looking back, how much time did I waste, And I just want you all to be. I want to be happy again this morning. I've never been as happy as I am now, sober. And for other reasons as well. But when you get sober, you get, I don't know, you just get this buzz again. But it's sober buzz is fantastic. It's much better than the drinking buzz. Much better. Because you don't need hangovers. And you got a little bit of cash. The amount of money I spent. I was talking to somebody the other day, actually. Because I drank mainly in central London. I was down there last Wednesday. At the Argyle Arms, it's opposite London Palladium. Most people who know London will know it's right next to Oxford Circus Underground, which I used to use a lot. I think it was £16.70 for 1 can of Guinness Zero and 2 small Pepsis. How did I afford to drink then? I'm going back a long time. It's all relative. Yeah, you're right there, Mr. Fantastic. It's nice to not be feeling cold. Everybody else felt that when they used to drink a lot. They used to feel cold all the time, rough, not hungry, not enjoying a cup of tea, cup of coffee. You appreciate the finer things, the simple things in life now, which are fine, really. Cup of tea and a slice of toast is good, isn't it? Rather than going to the bathroom and spewing in the sink, and feeling absolutely horrendous. It's not good, is it? Not good at all. Hot Penny, the cost of booze can compare to the cost of my consequences. Yeah, the consequences are worse, aren't they, than the cost, really. Financially, I mean. Just get anybody of a certain vintage will remember the Palladium, London night of the Palladium on our tellies on Sunday night. Yeah, well, that was my patrol area when I was in the police. I miss that job, I miss the buzz of central London a lot. But it's a young person's place, London, I think. Basically, the job I did. It's physical, isn't it? People often say, did I drink because of the job? No. I drank because I loved the buzz, It goes on, you get about 29, 30. Most people I speak to at that age think, oh, I'm getting a bit tired now. And when you get to 40, it's really got you by the bollocks, as it were, and you think, God, I can't stand this boozing. Not for too much longer because it's going to really take over my life and control me. And lo and behold, it does. And that's what I meant about the functioning but being controlled. So Maron, there's another one there if you don't mind getting rid of him, son of rat. Carrick, I think the issue with drink at Christmas is how socially normal. Yeah, I've been drunk for 7 days straight. Where else would that be acceptable? It's very true that it's normalised, isn't it? It's sort of expected of you to drink, isn't it? You finish school or whatever age you go to school and you get a job and you see adults going for a drink and you come for a pint and all that and you think, there's a load of trolls on again. Let's get rid of them. Can't be bothered with these idiots. So yeah, it's expected of you, isn't it? Yeah, it was like, oh, I'm really trolleyed. I've had too much to drink. Oh, you're the big man, aren't you? I drank 28 pints. But something, what are you doing to kill yourself? Crackers, isn't it? Just get on with this week. Yeah, you're right. Jumped out. Well, one day, ask a normal question. Did you have many vivid dreams? These are all normal, jumping down. They're all relevant. Everything's relevant. Did you have many vivid dreams of sleepwalking or seeing crazy watching addiction? Lots of sleepwalking when I was very young. I'm talking about you're very young, yeah, by in my 20s. And I actually woke up once when I was in the lobby of a hotel in London with no clothes on. Which is a bit, it wouldn't be embarrassing now, but was when you're young. So I used to do quite a bit of sleepwalking. And that worried me a lot at the time. I seemed to grow out of that phase. So when I remember when the telly went off after the last programme at BBC One and the national anthem came on, Dad made his kids stand up. Really? Not a bad thing, that. Bit of discipline in your life. Penny finds medical bills. Sir, I'll never get out of the hole. You will. But I didn't stop me. When you're done, it's only your choice. Hope I'm done now. You will. You're finally done. You look back. Black House time travel. You're right there, mind. Somehow this is probably Rick trolling this little short arse that's crying for attention. He must have a lot of accounts then, doesn't he? I think there's all sorts of strange people in here. He did the same here, so maybe stand up. I remember he was similar to me or somewhere when the TV went off. I remember the first I was just talking to my daughter the other day. They got this fantastic big TV, and got a little lad who's nearly 2. And I remember the first time I saw colour TV. I came back from school and my parents had got a colour TV. It was like, wow, what the hell? And probably isn't anywhere near the quality now. Christmas Day, I remember one Christmas Eve buying 60 bottles of beer from Sainsbury's. So it was closed on Christmas Day and I didn't want to run out. I've done that before. You've heard my tale about the 48 cases. But that was when I was going crackers. Yeah. We plan our whole life around alcohol. We plan our work, our social life, our marriage, relationships, driving, holidays. It's all around alcohol. worried when the shops. I used to go and worry about when the shops going to be open, like you say. You know it's going to be closed Christmas Eve. And I once got caught out on a Easter Sunday, and I had to use the dial a drink. People again. Just going to remember pissing on someone's Christmas tree lights, smoking sparks everywhere. Not my proudest moment, but I can laugh now. We have done some funny things, haven't we? Some crazy things. The funniest thing I ever did was on a regular basis was to ride. I think I mentioned before. It's to ride and pedal cycle, all lashed up with the velvet jacket on, and cowboy boots. It was madness. I was quite a young sergeant. I was off duty, obviously. I'm going down the pub. I had to spare a few quid, and take the pedal cycle down with it. Thinking I'm going to get back quickly on the pedal cycle. I could never, ever, ever, ever walk back. I was tried it 5,000 times, and I could never, ever get on the bike on the way back. It's crazy. Can you remember that, Samara? Just different channel, different anthem. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Sorry, Josh, can I remember when the cat vomited down the back of the television set during the Queen's speech? It was hilarious. We went mad. The telling go, Jesus Christ. Gas person. Hello, Stephen. Good evening. Dial a drink. Sweet Creek Bonjour, Stephen. Is Remy? Yes, the rat. God, oh my. I'll get rid of this prick. Why are there so many tossers around? Is that propane? Propane, yeah. Gas person. I think he's got to be a idiot and all, isn't he? Yeah. I knew there was going to be a few trolls, and I got some information from an unknown source. The old valve tellies, yeah, had massive valves in the back, didn't they? Stephen was pleased to make some enemies projection. Nah, all friendly souls. Honestly, the more trolls, the better for me, because more views, isn't it? More exposure. I can deal with these people. And, I've got some good mores. But the gas person, Tyler drink, gas person and the rats. It's hilarious. Tube tellies, yeah, they all massive valves, weren't they? And if it went wrong, I'm sure my dad had a load of valves in the garage. And he used to keep all screws, Crazy. Tube tellies like Teletubbies. Incredible. Those were the days. But in those days, 14, 15, that's when I started drinking. My dad used to brew this wicked lager. It had sediment in the bottom of the bottle. And I had to decant it into a large jug and let the sediment settle out in the jug. Out in the bottle. And this clear, beautiful nectar lager, very strong. Even Steve is trying it again. Yes, isn't it weird? Thanks, TK. Nice to see you. Pixel. My brother did a similar thing. Joe walked into parents' bedroom while they were sleeping. Mum woke up and guided him to the loo. Had penny tube amplifiers. Yeah, I remember. I used to have an old Marshall 100 watt bass amp, which is tube. Yeah, it was mine. So, Steve, you made a successful YouTube channel when you get trolled. Where it was about I'm gonna, I think, yeah. Well, thanks so much, Scarlett. Scarlett Sports 3 coffees. That's fantastic. That. It's amazing donation. Thanks so much, Scarlett. Really appreciate it. It's just like wow. The support here is immense, and I think it's going to get better. 2026 will be a good year for us, all of us, to get fitter and get healthier. And because I think I know it's the survival of the fittest anyway, isn't it? Totally. Yeah, no, it is a badge of honour, somebody. I agree. Let them come on. Because we can deal with them hard as nails or something. Jumping Jack. We spoke about Life on Mars last night. What a program and soundtrack. It was good, wasn't it? Were you anything like Gene Hunt or Sam Tyler? Might watch it over. Definitely Gene Hunt. Sam Tyler was 40 straight. Joe Skid, pissed implant pots. Yeah, I've done all that. And wardrobes, especially wardrobes. In the corner of rooms. Peed in there as well, all over the place. Pete, ignore the trolls, mate. It's genuine law. There's a genuine lot that are taking it a day at a time. I appreciate you giving up your time tonight. Crimbo can be really difficult for people in recovery. I'm here to help you, Pete. I'm past thinking about drinking now. I've got a good, solid relationship. I've got a very good person to support me. So my life's a lot better without alcohol in a lot of ways. And I feel good about myself. I've got lots of energy. I've got lots of focus. I've got lots of light back. I've got my mojo back. I've got everything back. Everything that alcohol took from me, I've got back. The only thing is time. You can't get that back. But I'll make up for that by keeping fit and healthy. And to be fair, I did have some good times when I was young, but my habit became an addiction, unfortunately. Pixel, oh well, at least we are able to laugh about some of our antics. Of course we can. I probably had a boyfriend who peed in a drawer. I've done that as well. Pixel, what are you looking for? No one, yeah. No one, yeah. In the wardrobe. Ben, hi Steve, hope you're doing good, mate. Good, Ben, hope you are. Just get the algae, the booze, and the wardrobe. They make good film, wouldn't they? Tosh, are you hoping for any specific presents this year? Not really, no. I'm happy with my life at the moment. I'm happiest I've ever been, like, to be fair. I mean that genuinely. Because I had a lot of problems early on with a relationship when I was younger, and I had a lot of problems with the booze subsequently. And I've got a lot of people who don't like me now because I've got myself put together, and that makes me laugh because they say, "You got such an easy life." They haven't got a clue. That makes me laugh when people say that to me. You have got such an easy life. All I want really is for everyone to be happy and healthy, particularly my daughter and son and my partner and my mother's still around as well, so it's good. And of course, all of yourselves. And the more people we get sober, the bigger the channel getting. It's been a massive boost for me to see people get well again, because I know I was really down mentally, physically, and to be doing this and be able to help people is such a bonus in life, you know. I like the fact that people will say, "Wow, thanks for helping my son, daughter. I want my daughter back. You know, she's drinking too much," and speak to them, do the one-to-one, a bit of support, and get back. You know, and a couple of blokes got their wives back and the houses back and the jobs back and all this sort of thing, which is brilliant. And all of you here have helped that as well. And the people that comment on the videos, it's been a big boost for a lot of people. Ben, I'm still drinking, but I love your message. Just some Christmas fun. As long as you don't overdo it, Ben. I think you're a bit younger than a lot of us, and maybe you can get control of it. Joseph Green, hi Steve. Have a great Christmas. Thanks very much, Joe. Joseph, Joe's got an attitude of gratitude. Gets you a long way, Steve. Count your blessings, folks. Yeah, you should do that sometimes. You know, be thankful for what you've got, and thankful for you know, what life has. Because my dad used to have this saying, you know, when I was feeling a bit down or whatever, you know, there's a lot of people underground who want to be where you are, and it's true, isn't it? Because the alternative to this is not good. And the better you feel, the more healthy you are, you'll have a better time, won't you? You'll enjoy life more, which is the name of the game, isn't it? Thanks for all the support tonight. If you want to support them, please do. You know what to do. And it's been good. Rat Refuge, I'm grimy, regular rat. Survived the broom traps and Stephen's 3am. Stephen's seen rock bottom, skip the bottle tonight. Bowl past the salt of the water, breathe. If you live that flat, you can make tonight. God, just leave him. But how much were you drinking at your worst? I've watched a lot of your videos, and I remember you saying, I think 20 plus, yeah. But that was when I was quite fit, you know. But when I was really ill, in the last, the last relapse I was 2014 to 2019, 5 years. I wasn't drinking much because my liver was pretty much knackered. My body had given up. I was very weak. I lost a lot of weight. But the 20, 25 pints when I was younger, fit, and more robust, and also obviously healthier. But yeah, 20, 25. But fortunately, I didn't drink any spirits or wine. It was mainly lager, but it still gets you in the end. Lucy Lou, good evening, Steve. Because we have all had the problem of waking up and going to the toilet from both ends out the backside whilst aiming sick into the sink. Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, sick all over. The amount of time you spend trying to clean up, you never clean up properly. It's you lose everything, control of everything, don't you? It's not good. Lucy. Antonio, my manager got me some Prosecco as Christmas gift. Not even tempted. Nah, don't worry about it. Just give it to somebody else as a gift. Give it one of your neighbours, you know. That's a good idea. Regifted. Hope any gratitude is the key. As bad as it was, it could have been worse, and will be if I pick up my binges or suicidal. Yeah, can't afford to pick up another drink. Ben, you look fit now, mate. Well done. Thanks, Ben. Don't drink. That's a simple message, isn't it? It's difficult to put in practice. Because again, sobriety and finding I'm not such a bad person. Areas I still need to work on, but drink definitely kept me in self-loathing mode. Yeah, it's depressing as well, isn't it? Andrew Spurs, Merry Christmas to you. Good to see my first sober Christmas this year. 8 months into sobriety. Well done. Well done, Andrew. Round of applause there. Royal Beach, you were recommended to me probably because I watched Bad Country. I'm not an alcoholic, but still think you're doing good work helping people in sobriety. Thanks so much. From was that Norway or Canada? Lucy, thank you and happy Christmas. Thanks very much. So I should create a day 500 mils cans, 5% bud in my pump. Not I'm boasting. Yeah, it's a lot of booze not we put away. Samana, convincing your family that you have finally given up drinking can be quite hard, especially after you had told them so many lies over the years. That's a very good point. That it takes a while for people to trust you again, isn't it? Well, yeah, the best word is trust, isn't it? Familiarise themselves how good you can be. Ben, I'm 30. I drink frequently, but not sure if it's from. Try and cut down a little bit if you can, Ben. You're young enough, and if you haven't got massive loss of control, you might be able to rein it in. How do you know it's a problem? It's a problem, Ben, if you start to need a drink rather than want one. When you need one rather than want one, you've got a problem. Royal Beach, Quebec, Canada. Fantastic. Any snow over there? Take care every evening, Steve. I don't get what the trolls get out of trying to sabotage on well. Just forget them, kid. Take care. They're just dickheads, aren't they, really? They'll soon go away when they get abused enough. They haven't got a clue what abuse means yet. Let me get a hold of them. I just think they're I just think they're just waste of space. Just ignore them, basically. Let's talk amongst ourselves, you know what I mean? Yeah, Ben, if you're here, might be a problem. Yeah, it's a good point. Every weekend shouldn't be that much problem, but keep an eye on it, Ben. You know where I am. Alex, are you religious? Not really. I believe in there is some sort of God though somewhere. So it's good, Ben. If you're, it might be a problem. Okay. Jumping Jack, did it hurt you to drink? See, if you once consumed, could you feel it going through your body being painful? Like every drinker who gasp after sipping, so not sure if that makes sense. Hi, Jumping Jack. It does first couple of pints when you really relied on it. It does. God, the throat hurts sometimes. Daniel, Steve, thanks for your efforts this year on alcohol addiction. You're welcome, Daniel. Hope when you don't drink, even if your asphalt falls off. My family was a big trigger. I'm a bit of an outcast, as you can imagine. They drink hard, but they don't get mental, as far as I know. They have me on video. Forget about them. It's yourself you should be looking after, you know what I mean? Definitely. Steve Nottinson, hello there, Steve. How are you doing? Alex, are there trolls here tonight? There's been a couple, yeah. And the better collapse has to what's up on this depression Christmas Day. It's Christmas Eve, you bell-end. Tosh, let's all do around the virtual post, Steve. Everything you've done for us this year, despite the rough trolls. Thanks, Tosh. Trolls have feelings too. I'm gonna get that name troll. I would just say idiot. How you have the why do people get so fascinated by this? I'm on about these troll people and they go on the channels. They're weird bastards, aren't they? Hiding behind the screen, I think, is the thing. Anyway, forget about them. Think about yourself. Think about your family. Think about how healthy you want to be. How, even if you think, oh, I've just stopped drinking, I'm not feeling that well, you will feel much better. It completely changes your life, I'm amazed how much my life's changed. And I'm not a stupid person. I think it can't be that good, but it is. You can see things clearly rather than, I think your whole life, my life when I was drinking was just drink focused. All of it. Leo, hello, Stephen. Have you ever experienced paranormal sightings when under the influence? I haven't, to be honest. Have you got any information on that? It'd be interesting. Richard Greenhouse, a very close friend, died this year from cirrhosis, 51. I still can't believe it, and I've researched it since and rarely drink now myself. I enjoy the channel. Thanks for the content. That's sad, Richard. 51, 53, 55-ish. That's about the optimum age for death. Especially if people get a warning and they don't stop. That's the key to anything to do with the liver. But obviously, alcohol kills through heart attack. strokes, various types of cancer, that sort of thing. But I believe that if you stop completely, if you can, then obviously don't do it suddenly. But if you stop completely, if you can, once you get sober for a little while, everything will improve. Does that make sense? I'll tell you, I felt like driving home from the shop before I even have one. I felt like driving home from the shop before I even have one. Like Stephen starting up in the middle of the night. The brain has been wired. It takes time to heal that. It certainly does. Rest in peace, Chris. We are driving home for Christmas. Yeah, it was good. It's untimely, isn't it? That he died so close to Christmas. Royal Beach, I used to get spiritual psychosis when I take edibles. I was raised in a Catholic church, so well, there you go. Thanks for that, Roll. Crimea, Leo, what are you talking about? Have you been seeing those things? Leo, at one period I was drowning in fireball shots and got my flat infested by roaches. It was really bad. I can relate to your rat story. Yeah, the rats were real though. I think a few people on here have had these hallucinations. I didn't get them. I used to be very nervous with any noise. I would flinch a bit. Never had some tick type thing. No, I'm quite steady. Steady hands. I couldn't even hold up. Well, I can say I used to be like that all the time. You know, a couple of drinks. Would settle my brain down though. The first one, the hair of the dog. Reference trolls, you make me laugh. Your reactions to them. Pond life, bless. It does open your eyes to variety, sights, smells, sounds. Definitely new hobbies. I found growing vegetables very rewarding and therapeutic. Yeah, any hobby, any interest to take your mind off the booze is good, isn't it? You know, it can all be very beneficial. Thanks for everybody for coming on, and I'll keep going. But I'm just going to remind people if you want to support the channel, please hit the super chat button, buy me coffee. Some people have already done that, and thanks to all of those. And thanks to everybody. And how are you doing, Anne? My friend was warned at age 46, and she said she would ignore it. I said it would have ignored it. I said I would have ignored it too. She died at 47. I really regret those words. Jesus. So tell me a little bit more, Anne, about this, because it might be worth sharing that. She was 46 and got warned of what? Because it's very quick to die a year later, isn't it? Samara, thanks again for coming through. Each comment gives a great connection with the viewers. Thanks very much, Samara. Yeah, I'll try and get through them all. Leo, as long as you can understand me, I'll try and slow down a little bit. Leo Cremenia, 100. Yes, I had paranormal sightings when downing Stellas at one point. Really, I didn't get that far, but you know, all sorts of things can happen to our brains, can't they? Cremenia, so Leo, the roaches were real, or were they just a fragment? Imagine fragment of your alcohol-ridden mind. My rats were real. That's to be said. Oh, you just got so ill. I used to feel wandering along the bed and just fucking hell, I'm gonna die. That's how bad I was. Over the bed, you know. I used to hate the noise of the traps. Unbelievable what I went through. Nigel, I'm struggling. Can't do one drink. No, Nigel, if you're interested in anything, go to the description on all the videos. There's a link there to one mentoring I should do. It's been very successful for people, and get them off the drink. And it's up to you to stay off it once you're off it. You know, I can mentor you and help you with that though. Follow up. But have a look in the description. There's links to one-to-one on all the descriptions. And she was warned about her liver failure and just kept on drinking. Terrible, isn't it? That people, it's the power of addiction, you know. 100%. That's all it is. That's what some consultant told me. A liver transplant consultant, actually. And I mean, I haven't had a liver transplant, but he was just happened to be on the ward, and I clocked him for a few minutes, had a bit of chat. Because I was very interested in diagnosing it and all that sort of thing. Carmenia, Leo, personal question. Yankee Zulu, hi Steve, did your senior officers in the police have words with you about it? No, because I had a bit of rank myself, to be fair, without going into it. A lot of us drank in the 90s, you know. It never really crossed over into my work, thankfully. Samara, I suffered hallucinations when withdrawing. I saw my dad's head on a giant fly trying to bite me, and I could see maggots coming out of my arms. Absolutely horrendous. Jesus, horrible that. Yeah, I heard about this DTs. Not nice, are they? Leo, are you a man or are you generally into other men? Eh? Hot Penny, I have good memories also. Many years ago, drinking champagne on Christmas morning, listening to Miles Davis sketches of Spain. In my 20s, I'm 59 now. Alcohol is a slow killer, very slow killer. Unless you get a heart attack, of course, you know. Antonio, reckon you've had been alienated from the other lads if you had drunk after your shifts? A few people didn't drink. Not particularly alienated. I used to like it. I had long underground ride, well, over an hour tube ride back home. Debbie, I thought, I'll have a couple of pints. At the Duke of Argyll, we were talking about earlier, Anna Kingley said there was 10 pubs on my way home from work to the underground station. If you drink it, I just have one. Have one, and somebody else comes in, have two. By the end of the night, you're running for the last underground train, aren't you? Misha, I'm not an alcoholic, but it's still interesting for me to watch your videos. I also stopped normal drinking behaviour. Too much negative side effects. The balance sheet was not positive anymore. Yeah, it's no good, is it? The pros and cons. There's no pros to drinking. There's lots of cons to it. Leo, Crimea, I had genuine experiences with men on booze. Yeah, it was always in some side pub in London. Somewhere, Misha, always good to get educated on the demon drink. It is. There's lots of research being done on it. But it's getting worse, though. People keep saying the youngsters don't drink. They do drink. I've seen it myself. I've dealt with youngsters on my mentoring thing. I've dealt with parents who've got young kids who drink. It's a bit of a fallacy, all that. The young people don't drink. They do. They're just drinking stronger stuff in the house. How many of my sisters has a black eye from falling out of a hot tub? It's a family pattern, if not genetic. I think it's just learned behaviour rather than genetic. So, Misha, when did you start drinking? Teenage, really, but not a lot then. A little bit, played in the band. Joined the police in my 20s, went to London, drank heavily there because it was just a social scene in general. Not because the police, nothing to do with the police at all. You know, accountants used to drink, solicitors used to drink, people in burbs used to drink, shop assistants drank. We all met in the pub, printers, all sorts of people, you know, farmers, bloody everything. Farmers, landowners, you would say. Kevin Turner, wait how we raise a glass and say to your health should say, here's to an early death. You're right there, man. Good health. They say that at a funeral. Tosh, wait till Leon Crow, are you guys talking about alcohol releasing your whole homosexual feelings? Which we had before? Well, you never know, you. It's very loads of inhibitions, doesn't it? Joe, what instrument did you play? I played the bass. I had a Fender Precision, and I had an Ibanez, which was similar to the one Phil Lynott used, actually. A big Marshall amp and an orange speaker, and loads of gear. 40 slabs is still out. My history. We just wanted to drop in and wish you Merry Christmas and to all in the chat soon with this disease and drug addictions. Straight poison. This is 100%. That's all it is, poison. Apparently, I was terminally unique. The more drunks I talked to, nothing special about me. Very true, that. Well, I wish every time I drank was horrible. I could tell I had potential to become addicted easily. Same with drugs. Maybe that's why I like recovery channels. Recovery channels are good. I don't think there's any others do lives. If you do know of any, let me know. I can maybe speak to them as well. Porky, RIP Manny, not the greatest bassist, but a top bloke. Yeah, he was. Jim Jack, you might have a video on it today, but did you go through a denial phase? I worry my dad will never be able to admit he has a problem, but he can't go 3 weeks without drinking. Ignore. No, that's easy to answer. Denial, a little bit, yeah. But if you don't go 3 weeks without a drink, he's got control. I didn't have any control. I didn't have any days when I didn't. Every day I had a drink of some type. But you wish you still had that ammo. Oh yeah, definitely. I can get it again. I was just talking to my partner today about maybe taking the bass up again. Joe, cool. Who was your favourite bassist? I'll go for John X. I was going to say John Whistle. Yeah. Funny enough, I had him on YouTube today. I showed my partner. Fantastic, wasn't he? He could make the bass sing him, mind. Or the guy out of Kajagoogoo. I can't remember his name. He's more of the tone rather than his touch. Or the guy in Rush as well. He's a fantastic bass player. Yes, Tosh, that is a gerbil gist of it. Jumping Jack. Great. Manny was ace. Love the Roses. Proud of I don't know much about yeah, Happy Amp. Yeah, I wish I still had Marshall. Definitely. Leo touched on, I was booed one night and realised I generally prefer men. Bruce Foxton, yeah, definitely. John Jack Purnell from the Stranglers, fantastic. Going back a bit there in my 70s now, aren't you? John was a bass guitarist. Okay. Thanks for that, Penny. Tina Weymouth, I don't know what that is. Death Thresher, did you ever have any triggers anymore? And if so, how to dismiss them, deal with them? No triggers, to be honest with you, no. I just think about how ill I was, but I've got no triggers, to be fair. If you have got triggers, then the best way to deal with them is realise how ill you're going to be and how well you're going to be if you stop drinking. If you pick up one drink, you may die in a few weeks, a few months, a few years. And I know that if I drink again, I'll be dead in 6 months. Simple as that. That's it. That's why I don't drink. And I don't like it anyway. Well, it's far better without drinking. Yeah, when are you coming to Croatia soon? I might suggest that to my partner for a little visit next year, to be fair. I've been to what was the old Yugoslavia, and this near Split. Was the airport, isn't it? Peter, just discovered I have a lump under my right side where the liver is. It was diagnosed. What happened if I couldn't drink? Can't get a doctor's appointment, I suppose, on my phone. If you've got any pain, I'll go to A&E. To be honest, Peter. Pixel Talking Heads, oh yeah, see. Oh, the bassist Mill. No, there's a band called, oh God, what's it called? Start Me Up. The female band. I'll think of it. They're good bass in there. 40 slabs of still. You can die from drinks. Drink, of course you can. It's poison, isn't it? So when I was younger, I only drank to get drunk at the last stage of my alcoholism. I drank to stay normal, just be able to function. That was exactly the same as me. Yeah, I drank for the buzz when I was younger. In the end, I was just wanting to be normal. He couldn't even be normal. But that was in my head, trying to be normal, thinking every day is going to be better. Thanks for all beats. Really appreciate that super chat. Thanks so much. First one from Royal Beach. Really appreciate everyone else. That was a super chat, and please do and help the channel. Thanks so much for that. It's appreciated. More than you will know. 40 slabs of Stella. When you come to Kosovo, Stephen, everyone here is obsessed with drinks, even though it's a Muslim country. Really? I didn't realise that. Could get around the world, yeah. Come here. Thanks again, Royal Beach. Stella, terrible. Fuck yeah. It was a funny time. Hot penny, easier said than done. It is like, it's easier said than done, isn't it? Life's easier said than done, to be honest. But on paper, stopping drinking looks quite easy. Just don't pick up the drink. Why didn't I stop? I ask myself that very, very frequently. Why couldn't I stop? You know, there must have been a reason. Because I liked it. That's the reason. But I never thought that I would have a problem, you see. That's our issue, isn't it? Thanks so much, Royal Beach. Really appreciate it. Leo, have you ever tried MDMA? I've never tried any other drug other than alcohol. I've tried one cigarette and felt ill. I gave it up pretty quick. I should have done the same with alcohol. Penny, as far as I know, Stephen, you're the first to do live chats. I think the only one. Thanks for that. It takes a bit of doing this, but you just got to concentrate and be honest. You know, the thing is with the live, you kind of bullshit because people on here are intelligent people. They can tell when you're making things up. They know. I would know if somebody's making things up. You know, so you've got to be on the ball with it. Really, you know, you kind of stop. You've got to be you got to have a very good memory of a good liar. So you've got to be, you know, honest and upfront about life. And I'll say it as it is. I know that alcohol kills. It would have killed me if I kept drinking. It'll kill you if you keep drinking. That's the end of it, really, isn't it? A lot of medicine is common sense. Too fat, don't eat. Keep moving, you know. Not difficult, is it? Hi, John. Hope you're well. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, my friend was boozing in Bosnia and stepped on a mine years ago. Jesus Christ, there you go. That's a big danger, isn't it? A lot of accidents caused by alcohol. The murders are caused by alcohol. A lot of car accidents as well. A lot of suicides, all alcohol related. 7 forms of cancer, heart disease, heart attacks, strokes, aneurysms, liver failure, pancreatitis, goes on and on and on. Bone density problems, malnutrition, deconditioning, it never ends, brain disease. All down to alcohol. Half the hospitals would be empty If there so many drinkers, 40 slabs is still so common, but it's very common drinking. Kevin, after chill, all the best everyone. Thanks to for this year's vids. Unusual. Thanks very much, Kevin. Just I like your pragmatic approach to, but always remember, folks, your head's out to get you. Very true that. It's your head which will be the one. You've got to get rid of that thought, haven't you? You know. Well, I bet you have a British man close to me. He doesn't think he's an alcoholic and thinks it's the cultural difference between Canada and UK. I just hope he can figure it out for himself. He's a great man. Only he can sort it out. You only do this for yourself. No matter how many times people tell you, 40 still think about this more. People died from alcohol in World War II. Yeah. Somebody dies of alcohol issues every 10 seconds in the world. Alcohol deaths on the highest level they've ever been in the UK. And people say they're drinking less. No chance. And it's going to get a whole lot worse. I speak to doctors quite regularly. I've got a personal friend as a doctor. Recession, job losses, lack of overtime, high prices, all the rest of it. People reach for the bottle. Working from home more, people reach for the bottle. Not having the discipline to get up and go to work, reach for the bottle. That's why COVID was a problem. People weren't going to work, they were sitting drinking in the house. In the morning, I feel rough in the morning, I'm not going to work, don't have to go to work. Sign on the computer, do a little dance and go for a drink. You know, that's what's happening now on a regular basis. So a lot of youngsters are drinking earlier in the day as well. Here now we're choosing blackberry, mango, sparkling. Perfect. Scott, Hot Penny, I love the live chats. I live on my own. I welcome the interaction. I don't know of any other live chats, but someone. No, I don't think there are any actually. Rubbish. From my perspective, UK has such a drinking culture. It's just ingrained inside his mind. There's a program on LBC last night, a radio program back home, about some cricketer who got drunk and he was abusing people. Dan, how are you doing? You're a good guy, Stephen, doing a bloody good job. God bless you, mate. Happy Christmas. Thanks, Dan. Well said, Dan. Thank you very much. If you want to support the channel, please do. Please hit the super chat button or buy me a coffee link. There's a lot of people donated the last few days, and thanks for everybody who's donated tonight. Thanks for everybody coming on. It's nice to have a bit of interaction, isn't it? Because watching videos can be a bit same old thing, but if you chat amongst yourselves, and you see what other people have been through, what other people are going through, or where lives can be changed by getting sober, it's very enlightening, isn't it? Just get the young ones are preloading at home because the price is sky high and the pubs and clubs. That's very true. Weatherspoons as well. They're going to run it because it's so cheap in the shops, isn't it? See, what do I do with a bottle of running Rush money off my fridge that I got for Christmas? Give it away. Not only next door neighbour. Just don't drink it. It's the main thing. Schedule 4589. What's your thoughts on the recent activity regarding UFOs? More ex-military admitting to crash ships. I'm not sure on that one. Simona might know a bit more of that one. I haven't seen that on the news yet, but I'll have a look at it. Maybe there's more military action going on. So I'll maybe ask your doctor for anti-abuse if you're seriously thinking about giving up drinking. It gives you a horrendous reaction if alcohol isn't just the system. Yeah, I know a couple of people who've taken that. As I said before, I got Valium, diazepam a couple of times. That's all I ever had. Well, bitch, your lives must be doing well. You're recommended at the top of my feed, and I've never seen you something like that. Thanks, Royal Beach. That's good news. Hot Penny, I'm on my own as well. I'm all over YouTube trying to give and get support. Now, when I have a guest, I'm happy with it. So, that's a good one. Just get smash against the wall and play some classical music while you're doing it. That's for the bottle of drink he's got. 40 slabs. I saw it on Cizon News, but nowhere else. Nobody's reporting on it. Right. I understand. There's some sort of comet coming as well, isn't it? Pari, how was your sleep pattern when you quit? I've never really been a long sleeper. It was better than when I was drinking. I wasn't sleeping at all, really. I just sort of doze in, doze out, doze and have another drink. It's all right now because I'm more relaxed in my life, I think. Depends on your mind. I know a lot of people do report that they can't sleep well. I've never been a really long sleeper. I've always had a very active mind. I think a lot of us drink to try and calm the mind down a bit, but I certainly don't ever feel tired like I used to. I used to feel terrible, even if I had a good sleep, or what I thought was a good sleep. 40 slabs, I guess my neighbour's kid is an alcoholic. I'll give the bottle of whiskey. No, obviously an alcoholic. But don't drink it yourself, it's the main thing, isn't it? Trisha, 555, a lot of new dramas and films have doubled down more than ever on alcohol-related scenes, really. Must be billions being poured into that marketing. Oh, God, yeah, they're getting billions out on their own, they say. Well, Beach, I'm a single mum without family besides my kids. I'm not technically alone as the kids, but nice. Nice to get adult interaction. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. It's good to speak about things and have a chat. I mean, some people actually physically go to the AA, don't they? But that wasn't really for me. It was all a bit religious. I suppose got a lot of people off the booze, but maybe we can replace here with this sort of thing a little bit more. I think this will come because you can get around so many people, can't you? The whole world. AA meeting at a church, and might have a handful of people in a back room there. Pixel actually sleeps through the night now. Another plus for sobriety. Feels good to want to get up and face the day. It does. Yeah. Somebody mentioned the other day, it's hard enough getting up for work when you're sober, but what's like when you're drinking? It was bloody hard work. Alcohol is hard work, full time, isn't it? Drinking it's like it takes over your life. I put a lot more effort in than drinking and recovering. Just recovery time is the waste of time, isn't it? Not as much as drinking. You may drink for 4 hours, but it takes you 2 days to recover. Hard play, no kids, never married. Okay, 40 subs of Stella. Yeah, a ton of booze is marketed from Stella to Foster's. Horrible. Foster's is strange, isn't it? Savage, not a grey goose. What's that? Is that a vodka? Oh, which hangovers seem like a full-time job in itself. As you get older, hangovers become virtually impossible to deal with, and you don't want to do anything. And that's when you get into this neglect stage, where you neglect your work and you neglect yourself, and you clean your teeth properly. You don't go to the dentist. You don't get your eyes tested. You don't do any exercise. You just live for one day at a time, really. Sapiens, I'm gonna try January. Good. If you need any help with that, get in touch with me. I do support and network, mentoring. So link in the description of the videos if you need any help with that. Try dry January. Anybody still drinking, do 30 days to see how you feel. And if you feel good, keep on. Because I never did that. But I know a lot of people will do dry January and then go and drink the pub dry on February the 1st, which seems pointless to me. But go for it, as Pixel said, then try it and see how you get on. Because it can't do any harm, can it? At all. You've got to give it a go. Definitely. You've got to give it a go. But Trump doesn't even drink the Epstein's Island. Inspiring, isn't it? That island, geez, throwing up a lot of issues on that island, isn't it? What was his power? Unbelievable. Everyone's been that. Even pretty Michael Jackson was there. Trump didn't know. Trump's never drank. His brother died of it, didn't he? Alcoholism. Because I used to wake up in the morning and think about which liquor store I would go to, and I want to go to the same 1, 2 days. I know what you're saying. Keep out because you don't want a pattern, do you? So I was very embarrassed by it, to the point I wouldn't tell people why I didn't drink in the end. I do now. I'm a bit more sort of confident. It's one of the amount of hospital detoxes and white knuckle and cold turkey that I went through. But carried on drinking until the penny finally drops. It takes a while, doesn't it? It wasn't until that consultant said to me, "You'll be dead soon." I thought, wow, I better keep off the booze and I don't want to die. For me, it'd be like, just blow my head off now. I don't know, I'd rather just be alive and, see the beauty of life. So there is no beauty of life when you're drinking because your focus is on the drink. Your function is to get more drink, to try and make you feel normal. As just Marina said, normal, but you're never normal. You're just rotting your guts away, really, aren't you? What are you doing? And, it gets worse and worse. Like, as you get older, it gets much worse and much quicker. It's like being hit by a train, really, isn't it? when you're older and you have a session, Jesus Christ, you want to die. That's how bad the hangovers are. It's just hideous. We did it for years, didn't we? Robbie, my friend, said he's got erectile dysfunction drinking. I couldn't imagine keep drinking, not to minimise it, but that's horrendous, isn't it? I'll get all sorts of problems. I was lucky the only thing that hit me was my liver, but now it's normal. Well, I'm told it's normal. Hot Penny, I went to the same shop. We both knew what time it was. Not once tried to stop me. I appreciate that. We need it, don't we, when we're in that cycle of addiction. PRZHKV, thank you for your videos. It helps a lot whenever I try to reflect. Thank you so much for that. Kim John, have you ever tried getting stoned? Great experience with zero. I haven't actually, no. No, I don't fancy doing that now. I like my natural, clean way of living now. Natural high here, Kim. 47 still, how do you get AD from drink? No idea, but somebody might be enlightening them. I think if you're drinking, that doesn't help. But when you're sober, it's fine. They say even Stephen Hawkins was a guest of Epstein. What the hell? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be fucking surprised. I think the Man on the Moon was there as well. Epstein Island was formerly owned by a Tracy family. Oh, you should see that shit that the Thunderbirds crew used to get out. I remember think they were puppets. Yeah. Like a Roman orgy, wasn't it? Well, the whole lot's a load of nonsense, I think. This Epstein and Prince Andrew thing. Epstein was murdered, wasn't he? He didn't kill himself. The royal family's rotten through the core, I think. Well, with Andrew, especially this Andrew character. It's always been dodgy, isn't it? All the people at the top, what's the Illuminati or something they call it? Not bollocks, I think. They're just all, they'll tell us what to do, try and tell us what to do, and they'll do the opposite themselves. It's a 24-hour bar in Westminster. 24-hour canteen bar, like the military used to run, you know what I mean? 24 hours a day they can drink. Just in case something happens. Jumping Jack, day 15 off the weed, medicated through alternative, some alcohol. I wasn't able to moderate, but I wish I could. Life is better without it. 100%. You find withdrawal from anything is hard, isn't it? Which, have you ever been to Canada? I haven't, no. I'd like to go though, at some point. For example, who owns it now, I wonder? Maybe down, I think, probably. John, 3 to 4 times a week. Too bad. Hope you're well, Johnny. I love weed, but if I ran out, I might go to beer. I always run out. For me, any mind-altering substances are not good. Yeah, it's all bad, isn't it? Jumped out, I smoked every day, all day for 20 years now, 5 months sober from it. That's good. Clean living, clean body, clean mind. That's the thing, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to make a bite to eat. I think I'm going to make a curry. Johnny, my body tells me now. Thanks for the donation. If you want to donate anything or want to support the channel for Christmas, remember we used to give the bin men money at Christmas. My mother didn't, my dad did. Give the postman money. Well, that's finished. No postman, is it? Roger, you really stumbled onto something here. Thank you. Is that for me? You're welcome, Sapiens. Thanks for being here. Thanks for your support. And it's not the end of the year yet, Obviously, the end of the world. It's not the end of the year yet. It's only Christmas Day tomorrow. Think of it as another day. I'm going to make a prawn madras. Thanks, Polly. Best wishes to you and yours, and you. Happy Christmas to everybody. And keep in touch. I may not get on tomorrow, but I'll be back on Monday. Boxing Day will come on. So have a quiet Christmas and try and relax. Stop worrying about things. And stop wishing your life away. Because you will get sober. So if you put the effort in, consistency, that's the way to do it. Tom, how alcohol is legal, it's impossible to imagine being legalized again. If it was banned and legalized again, wouldn't we? All the very best to you. Have a wonderful Christmas, everyone. Sending wishes to you all. Thanks for what you do, mate. You feel like a mate rather than just a YouTube channel. Thanks, Joe and Jack. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think we're getting to know each other quite well on here as a whole, Take it huge thanks, Steve. Happy and sober Christmas. And to you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, chat. Wishing everyone a safe Merry Christmas. It's crazy that alcohol is sold everywhere. It's 24 hours a day, isn't it? Yeah, it's a priority, Senator Health and Wellness wish for you all. Thanks to all the moderators who've been on for months now. And like I say, it's not the end of the year yet. But big shout out to the moderators, big shout out to all of you. Thanks for coming on, thanks for your chat, and have a good Christmas. As I say, have a bite to eat and enjoy it. And don't, for God's sake, don't take the first drink. If you are drinking, try and tone it down a bit. Try and do something a little bit more healthy. Go for a walk, have a chat, play a game, do something. I know it's a boring day, Christmas Day. There's nothing to do, is there? Thanks, John. So good of you to put that in. Another super chat there. Thanks very much, John. I've been listening to you. I'm cooking spark ball. Merry Christmas. Thanks, John. Oh, I like spaghetti bolognese. I haven't made that for years, you know. It's nice, isn't it? And it's quick to do as well, and a bit of cheese on top and stuff like that. Well, I'm looking forward to this curry actually. I bought some what are they called? Chapati things. Yeah, eat well, live well, love well, and look after yourself. That's the thing, isn't it? It's now, what is it now? 8:41 for 3 hours and 19 minutes till Christmas Day. Not long, is it? And everyone go, well, thank God for it's over. And the pressure's off for drinking. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You'll just be happy and healthy. And okay, Merry Christmas to all. I shall type that in here. I'll put a light. I can hardly see the screen. That's how bad I am at typing. You know, these people with multiple accounts, I couldn't even set one up. I couldn't even put the light on. Let's have a look. I'm getting better though. Apparently. I can't do the emoji shit on here. Like Christmas took everybody. And we'll see you soon. Probably Boxing Day, I think. Oh, that'll be a good day, wouldn't it? So watch a film tomorrow or something. Have a nice time. See, I can't even do these really things. Right, see you soon. Thanks for all of the support and the coffees, wisdom and experience. And, you know, life is good sober. It's not when you're drinking. And every word I say is the truth. You know, and I'm here to help. And that's the truth as well, you know, no other reason. You know, it's like when I go back to Magistrate's Court and I swear by mighty God, I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It's only way to be, isn't it? This is a killer. This is alcohol business. If you can get off it, you'll add a lot of years to your life and a lot of life to your years. And we'll see you soon. And Merry Christmas. Catch you later.